Hi everyone, today we are reviewing VIVAIA shoes. My main criteria when I was searching for like the perfect ballet flat or the perfect Mary Jane was definitely comfort and breathability, because I walk a lot. And just as a sizing warning or sizing info, whatever, I am a true size 9 and I got these all in a size 9/40. Yeah, just checking, they're all 40 and they were all a perfect fit. So I'd say if you're in between sizes, I'm sometimes an 8.5, but I just ran it up to a 9 because typically I just get 9 in most things. They're pretty true to size. So yeah, let's get into the review. Okay, so the first shoe that I am reviewing are the VIVAIA Nelly Mary-Janes. Yeah, the Almond Toe Mary-Janes Adapt All Nelly. That's the full title on the site. But I got mine in black. They also have a couple different colors, which I'll show on the screen here. The specialty features of these shoes are that it has a 1 centimeter heel. The upper knit is made from recycled plastic PET bottles. They have an adapt all strap, which just means that their strap is completely adjustable, and obviously you could poke your own holes to make them even more catered to your feet. They have a heel patch for added comfort, the suede-like integrated insole, the rubber outsole, and they're packaged with 100% recycled cardboard. So those are a lot of pros, but I can say for sure that the back is very flexible. And if you know anything about like comfortable shoes, you know this is like one of the most important parts, especially in a ballet flat, because if this is like rock hard, your feet are going to be suffering. This is what the shoe looks like. It has like a little V, as you can see, and the fabric is very, very stretchy and moldable to your feet. I did a review on my first day wearing them that's uploaded to my YouTube shorts, so if you want to check it out, I'll link it here. They actually end up not hurting that much on the first day of even wearing them. Hi everyone, editing Madison coming in here because I wanted to clarify that the reason I said this, that they don't even hurt that bad, was because most shoes that I wear, whether or not they're heels, ballet flats, sneakers, whatever, require some type of breaking in process. But all I meant to say was that for these shoes in particular, the Nelly Mary-Janes, they didn't require that much breaking in because they didn't hurt after the first day. They only left my toes a little bit sore, but by the next day, like, my feet were fine. That's all I meant. Just wanted to clarify. I'd say the only thing that they gave me was the top of my feet, because this is like a pretty narrow bedding for the top of your feet. My pinky toe was like hurting a little bit on the first day of wearing them, and on when I did walk 5 miles in them, my pinky toe was like also a little bit sore. So I think that's my main flaw with them. But I definitely had a very pleasant experience wearing these, and I don't think that my experience would be that different from wearing other comfortable ballet flats, to be honest. You know, this is just not a very natural position for your toes to be in, so it's no wonder that they feel a little bit cramped. The main thing that I was really looking for was whether or not they gave me blisters, and they never did. The next one that I want to review are the square toe Mary-Janes, aka the Margot Mary-Janes. I got them in the color red, but they have a lot of colors available. They also have a very flexible back, which again, like I said, if you know anything about comfort, that's the main thing that at least I look for in a ballet flat. They also have they have the same like flexible fabric. The texture is different from the Nelly. These have like vertical lines running through them, which at first I was like a little bit irked by them just because they don't look like the typical like leather flat that you're used to seeing. But they've honestly really grown on me, and they're a pretty unique flat. So I think that the style is just cool at this point, and I'm really happy that it's breathable and washable. The features of the Margot Mary-Janes are similar to the Nelly ones. They have a 1 centimeter heel. These ones are square-toed, which in comparison to the Nellies, those are round-toed. They also have the Adapt All strap, which just means that the strap is like very flexible, and there are also multiple holes available. This one actually, there aren't any holes, but you could just puncture it through the fabric because it is so soft. And then the knit upper is made from plastic bottles, and they're packaged with 90% recycled and 100% recycled cardboard. I don't know what that sentence means. Regardless, I really like these flats. I think these are one of their more popular shoes because that was really trendy since they look like a real ballet flat. And then I'd say my review on them, just generally speaking, was they're a little bit stiffer than the Nellies. They actually hurt less on my toes, but they were a little stiffer to break in. So I think they took like 2 or 3 wears of like walking in them for, I don't know, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes for them to feel more comfortable. So the Nelly ones, when I first wore them, they didn't hurt at all. But I'd say that the Margot Mary-Janes, it's not that they hurt, but they did make my feet feel more sore after wearing them for the first 2 to 3 wears. Other than that though, I have worn them for like probably max 4 miles, not as long as the Nellies. And they didn't give me any problems. I didn't get blisters. Like my toes were a little bit sore, but nothing crazy. I'd say that, like I said, this would happen for like any ballet flat. I've never run into a ballet flat where my feet felt perfectly normal and fine afterwards. So I don't think that's really a complaint of the shoe. I think my feet were as comfortable as they could have been given that they were in ballet flats / Mary-Janes. Okay, the third and final shoe that I received from VIVAIA was the Julie Arch Pro, or the almond toe stress-free chunky heels. I got them in the ivory and black color. They look like this. They also have a very flexible back, and they also have, I don't know if you can see, but all of the shoes have this like layer of, it's like a little cushion in the back, so that even if your foot is jutting against the back, it has that added layer of cushion. So it has an almond toe. It has a 4.5 centimeter heel height. They also have arch support, extra 4-foot padding, anti-slip outsoles, activated carbon pressure relief, and honeycomb cushioned insoles. I don't really know what the honeycomb cushioned insoles is about, but I will definitely say that they have foot padding for sure and tons of arch support, which is great. And they are not machine washable. I'm not too concerned with them not being machine washable, considering they are heels and most heels just naturally aren't machine washable. I'd say that if you're looking for a pair of shoes that look very chic and classy, these are a great option because they're very comfortable, especially for heels. I've worn heels that are very uncomfortable before, and I think the biggest difference here is that it does have that extra padded support. This sort of foot insole that you're seeing here is very cushiony. So when I was wearing them to work, which I had only walked like 2 to 3 miles that day for sure, so it wasn't that bad, I didn't experience any problems with them. Obviously I was sitting for majority of the day, so that's partly why. If you're, you know, walking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 miles that day, I probably wouldn't recommend you wearing these heels, and I have not tried that yet. However, I will say on the first day of wearing them, walked 2 to 3 miles, and I didn't experience any discomfort with them. At first I was pretty turned off by like the curved block heel, but I think it's just such a minuscule detail. No one really notices but the owner, of course. I'd say that my experience wearing them was great. Just to rank the shoes in terms of comfort level, it would be the Nellies, then the Margots, and then the Julie Arch Pros. That was just my experience. I hope that this video was helpful. I will definitely be wearing the Nellies, the Margots, and the Julies a lot this spring and summer. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them down below. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you if you're looking to purchase Mary-Janes or ballet flats, or you were interested in VIVAIA. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.